So the real benefit in yoga in building strength and stamina is holding the postures for an extended period of time for a number of breaths. So I'm going to warm up to Ashtavakrasana through a series of postures that I kind of just feel like doing really, but also warm up the significant muscles. It's important for us to honour our bodies. I tend to have a little bit of sacroiliac pain in the back of the body, just in the back hips, where the ilium joins the sacrum. So it's important for me to keep that in alignment. So you can begin with the leg stretches, holding where you can around the foot, using the index finger and the thumb to hold the big toe, extending out the other leg, really feeling into that stretch, breathing out, breathing in. And easing the leg all the way over to the right, keeping the shoulders and the hips on the floor, breathing into that, and up, little rock on the sacrum. And the same on the other side. Extending through the leg. Honouring that lumbar arch in the back. And holding around the foot. Index finger and thumb around the big toe. And lifting up on the out breath. Drawing the leg into the body. Keeping the extended leg flat along the floor. And as you breathe out, ease the leg all the way down to the floor. On the opposite side to really open out in the hips. Holding. But even in this strong stretch, feeling the relaxed points of the body. Breathe out and relax. I feel I can hold this forever. And breathe in to lift up and down. A little rock on the heels. Might be good to do an inversion. So bridge. A couple of dynamic bridges. Bring the heels as close into the buttocks as is comfortable. Breathe in and raise the arms, and as you breathe out, push into the feet. Firmly in contact with the floor. Lift the chest towards the chin. Really arch up through the upper back. Bring the hips up into the air. And straighten out the legs as much as you can. Breathe in to come down. Once more. On the out breath, push into the feet. Keep the big toes firmly rooted to the floor. Arch up through the thoracic spine. Push the hips up into the air. And straighten through the legs. Perhaps we want to try the wheel, Ashtavakrasana. Bring in the hands just behind the shoulders, feet and heels close into the buttocks, feet hip width apart. And as you breathe out, push up, hold. Gently ease back down. Have a little rock on the back of the body. Easing out through the sacrum. So Ashtavakrasana is using the arms. It's a forward bend and it requires abdominal strength too. So if you push up to sitting, and a nice counter pose for Chakrasana, could be Paschimottanasana, forward bend. Very much make sure that your seat bones are in contact with the floor and the legs are straight. Breathe in, sit up nice and tall. And as you breathe out, just fold forwards little by little, keeping the back long, making sure that the sacrum moves forward, that the back of the hips move forward as one unit, the sacrum and the iliac crests together. Reach around the feet, breathe into the back of your hips, lifting up through the back of the hips, breathe in, reach, stretch down through the head, and as you breathe out, lengthen towards the knees. Breathe in, stretch and lengthen from the crown of the head into the back of the hips, and as you breathe out, lengthen, taking the elbows to the floor. Breathe in, lengthen and lift back of the hips. Breathe out, down. Hold for as long as is comfortable for you, feeling that stretch. Keeping the back long, keeping the neck long. Mindful of that sacrum. Feel the space and ease in the posture. And come up on an in-breath, gently walking the hands back. Maybe we do both to repair the abdominals. And Ashtavakrasana, I'm finding to work Mula Bandha, the root lock, and Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock. Uddiyana Bandha, quite soft, just a gentle Uddiyana Bandha, as we work into Ashtavakrasana in a minute, but useful to also hold in the boat posture. So in boat, knees bent, easing onto the buttocks to that point of balance. And when you're ready, opening through the collarbones, breathing out to lift the legs and the arms, keeping the back straight. Draw up on Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and feel that flying upwards movement. Hold for 5 breaths. Strong on the thighs too. So you can do that a couple of times if you want, and then finish with a forward bend. Just ease the body forwards, ease the body forwards. Feel this stretch down the back and sides of the thighs as you reach forwards onto the ground. Wide-legged forward bend. Full contact with the seat bone, to be very careful with the sacrum. This is one posture that can really push me out of alignment. My right sacrum in particular, at the minute it's fine, so I'll go very careful. Make sure that I feel the sacrum as one unit. Breathe in and lift up, really opening the hips, feeling the seat bones in contact with the floor. And the aim, you need to be very flexible in the hips to do this, is to take the pelvis down to the floor in one motion, so that the sacrum bone can't nutate on its axis in the middle. Difficult to describe. But we're just easing down to the floor. So instead of folding down to the floor round in the back, we're aiming to take the pubic bone and the hips down onto the floor, so I can really feel my pelvic floor and my pubic bone coming down onto the floor now, and that's what we want. I might not go all the way because I go careful with my body. Floor, that's right, and then just breathe in to come up. Getting ready for the posture itself, a little bit of leg stretching first. Again, this one, being very careful of the sacral alignment. Make sure that you're sitting on the seat bones, that the pelvis is upright, so that you're not rounding and sitting on the sacrum. Pelvis is really upright. Stretching through the right leg first, lifting it up onto the seat bones. Take the right knee behind the right shoulder and stretch through the right leg. Really feel the quadratus lumborum in the waist engage. One side. And then the other, that upright alignment through the back. I think my cat's about to join us. So, left leg over the shoulder. And take the left foot all the way up into the air, just straighten it out as is comfortable for you. And then I think we're ready for Ashtavakrasana. Now, I still find this a lot easier on the left than the right, but let's see how we get on, shall we? As we did before, both hands to the floor, wrap around the ankles of the feet, Mula Bandha lock, Uddiyana Bandha, and lift and push and fly upwards, balancing on the hand, coming back down. See, already out of breath. Engaging, energising. Let's try it on the right, shall we? Promise not to laugh if I make a mess of this. Right leg over the shoulder, hands to the floor. A bit more wobbly. And rest down. Counter pose. Nothing better than a lying twist. Taking the back down onto the floor. Arms out. A little rock on the back of the sacrum. And ease the knees all the way down, whichever side you fancy first, into a strong but gentle lying twist. Hold it for a length of time on each side, just to allow the body to release. I'm doing all of this quite quick, it feels unnaturally quick, just for the video effect, but really take your time in these postures. Each one that I've done already. Take your time doing them, take your time transitioning between them. Really allow your body and mind to drop into the felt experience of the postures. Really use your yoga practice to slow you down. We always tend to be rushing from one thing to the next, one achievement to the next. And what we don't realise is that we miss out on the sheer enjoyment of being. Use your arm, my right arm here, to ease down onto my left knee, to really pull me into that twist. And breathe in, all the way through the expanse through these left ribs into the armpit, and breathe out, relax into the right hip, easing into that twist. Explore these postures sensation by sensation. Coming up a little quicker than I would normally, just for the effect of the video. And finishing it off in Shavasana, having well earned rest. And now after this I'm going to do a nice long yoga nidra. I don't know about you, but I've had a busy day. Recharge my batteries.